But thank you guys so much for coming to a workshop. If you're watching this on our platform later, thank you for watching online. I'm so excited to have Jaka here, product expert, all of the interesting tidbits. I was able to preview some of the content ahead of time, and it's really, super informative and insightful. So very much looking forward to today. We are going to wait until the end to share questions. There's a specific time frame designated for Q&A. So just be sure to save your questions till then, or you can put them in the chat and I can read them off at that time as well. If you want to put your camera on, we'd love to see your smiling face. If not because you're eating or don't want to, not a big deal at all. I'm going to take a few minutes just to talk about Scroobius if you don't know who we are. But basically, we're a platform that gives founders easy access to investor vetted pitch guidance and to early stage investors. So we do this through a marketplace. On the founder side, it's very much through education. So there's online learning, short micro videos that walk founders through how to create a pitch deck, all from the investor perspective. All of the content is, below 5 minutes, except for market sizing, which is a little more difficult. And it's all investor vetted. We pair that with points of human review. So twice founders can submit their decks and get real personalized feedback from a trained vetted pitch reviewer, as well as a one-on-one session to go over, the pitching skills as well. We recently launched our, knuckle hit it. We recently launched our investor portal in this past June, which is very exciting, where we're using non-traditional AI tags that we pull from pitch videos as well as the pitch deck to create a personalized recommendation engine to match founders and investors. And lastly, my most important to me and favorite part is the community of over 600 founders on the founder side of the platform. We do workshops like these every month. We do investor pitch practice sessions. There's different perks, resources, all of that good stuff to kind of help you holistically as a founder. You can get involved. On the left, we have corporate sponsors who come in all the time and cover the cost of accounts for founders. And so if you scan that, you can apply. And when there's kind of a sponsor match, we will get you a free full account if we can. However, in the meantime, if you do want to join our community, we recently dropped our light plan down to $1 a year. I don't think you can get any better than that, really. And that contains just all of our workshop replays, all of the kind of content part of the community, as well as access to our Slack channel as well. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and let Jaka take over. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen as well. Oh, you're on mute, Jaka.
I'm on mute. Now you can listen to me, right?
And hear you, yeah.
Yeah, great. And can you see my screen? I hope. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Jaka, we can see your screen.
Yeah, that's great. I cannot see the presentation. Let me see what's happening here. Okay, so my idea for today is to present to you what I've been learning through my career. I've been working for 30 years in product management and product development, and I want to share with you the learnings in those 4 essential principles of a product culture. So that's my... Sorry?
I think they were just muting themselves.
Okay. So the agenda for this talk here, I've been giving this talk here in Brazil and with very good feedback. So I've been planning to offer this in English as well. So this is the first time in English. Hopefully it will be good for you too. So what I want to cover here is initially a concept that I learned only after 25 years working in companies, the different types of companies and the difference of technology inside of those companies. Then we're going to talk about a very brief definition of what is culture, what is company culture, and then we're going to dive into the 4 principles. And before entering the content, very briefly about me, I'm graduated in computer engineering at ITA. ITA is sort of MIT of Brazil. And from there, I started with my own company called Diodata. It's internet service provider. It's a startup in 1992, where the startup term was not even used yet. And I sold this company, and then I joined a friend from ITA called Gilberto Maltner in this company called LocalWeb, which is the biggest web hosting here in Brazil. I stayed there for 11 years. And then I attended some courses at the American MIT, some innovation management courses and product development courses. And I also published 2 books, one on called Startup Guide on the product discovery, and another one for product management. And then I went to a company called Conta Azul, which is an ERP for small business in 2016. From there, I went to a Brazilian company called Gympass. I will use them as some examples here in this presentation. Gympass is a corporate benefit offered to companies so they can offer to their employees access to a huge network of gyms and studios. And they are a Brazilian company, but they have presence in Europe and in the US as well. And from there, I went to a company called Lopes, which is the biggest real estate company here in Brazil. Lopes is a very, very, very traditional company. They have like 90 years old. And I have this career mostly in tech companies, LocalWeb, Conta Azul, Diodata. And when I went to Gympass, I realized Gympass was not a pure tech company. It was a company that offered a corporate benefit and used technology to potentialize their benefits. And then I received this invitation to join Lopes. And it was an opportunity for me to try out a digital transformation. A very traditional company wanted to use the technology to potentialize their results. When I was moving from Gympass to Lopes, I launched my 3rd book. It focused on leading product teams. And in 2022, I decided to make another career transition and move to consulting and workshops and coaching. And that's what I've been doing since then. And I just launched in November my 4th book, focused on product culture and digital transformation, which is the core of this presentation. And a bit of personal about me. I really like swimming, and I really like open water swimming, besides the music here, right? So moving forward, talking about types of companies, what I realized during my career is that there are 3 types of companies. There are the digital companies, the companies where the product is technology, what the company sells, what the company offer to their customers are technologies built from technology. So LocalWeb and Conta Azul from my career, but also Google, Gmail, AWS, Facebook, all of them. If there were no technology, those companies wouldn't exist. On the other side, there are the traditional companies. So JP Morgan, Lopes from my career, Chevron, McDonald's, all of them, what they sell is not technology, but they are using more and more technology to potentialize their results, to interface with their customers, to cut costs, to make their operations more smooth and more efficient. And there is this 3rd type of companies that I call the more digital traditional. And the first example that I like to present to you is Amazon. Amazon, people normally understand them as a tech company, but actually what they are is a store. We go there, we visit their website to buy things. We don't go there to buy their software, to acquire their software. We go there to buy things, to acquire initially books and then CDs and now everything. And we do that through their software, but they are a store. The same we can say about YouTube, Spotify, Netflix. we subscribe to Netflix because they have that movie or that series that we want to watch, and then we realize they have a good digital product, but we don't subscribe because of their digital product. We subscribe them because of their content. Airbnb and Google Ads, they are classifieds. N26, Revolut, and Nubank here in Brazil, they are all banks. They compete with JP Morgan and other banks, and but they have the benefit of being born digital, so they don't have branches, they don't have physical places to talk with their customers. They talk with their customers directly through digital. This is a huge advantage that they have. Uber and Lyft, they are transportation. Grubhub and Uber Eats, they are food delivery. Gympass is access to gyms, is a corporate benefit that give access to gyms. And Zillow is real estate, is a direct competition to Lopes. Here in Brazil, we have what is called Loft and Quinto Andar, is similar to Zillow, and they are what motivated Lopes to go after this digital transformation move. So it's very important to understand this, because the role of product and digital product is different in each of these companies. And the success of these born digital traditional companies is understanding that there is a traditional side and there is the digital side. And those two, the business side, the side that decides what film to put in the platform, what series to put in the platform, what goods to put in the marketplace. This person works together with the digital person to make things happen. This is how these companies here are so successful, and that's what I wanted to bring to you. And then let's jump into the culture topic. What is culture? Brief definition, I like this definition from Edgar Schein. He's an MIT professor. He's actually the person who created the organizational culture definition. This is the definition that he brings, and I like it very much. Is basically what he's saying is that culture is nothing more than the way that a group of people behave when they face problems, when they face situations. This is the way that the people agree to behave, to react to situations. So basically, these are premises, shared premises, shared principles, shared behaviors, shared reactions. And he also mentioned two very important things about culture. The first one is that there is no right and wrong culture. Culture is very related to the identity of a company. So here I brought 6 very successful companies. This is somewhat old, but still very valid. Amazon, Google, Amazon from Jeff Bezos' time, Google from the time of Larry Page, Sergey Brin, and Eric Schmidt. Facebook, networked here. Microsoft, this is probably from the time of Steve Ballmer. And Apple here from Steve Jobs. And here, Oracle is very funny. Legal is way bigger than the engineering department. But as we can see, all of them operate in a different way, in a different manner, but all of them are very successful companies. And this is to say that each company has their own culture, and there is no right and wrong culture. We just need to be sure that we know what is our culture. And one other thing that he says is that we shouldn't let the culture emerge organically. We should plan and we should take care of our culture, and we should also be constantly looking out to evolve this culture. Because if we let the culture emerge organically, what do I mean by emerging organically is each person that joins a company brings his own behaviors, his own ways to react to things. And what probably will happen is that people will get stuck. It will be impossible to do anything in this situation, because each person will want to do each one thing its own way. And what he advises us is that we need to plan we need to be very careful to design our organizational culture, and we need to constantly evolve our organizational culture in order to guarantee this constant flux of information and this constant flux of work, and consequently constant flux of results. And then jumping to the principles, the important part of this presentation. The first principle is deliver early and often. And this is the first one because it doesn't matter focus on the problem, deliver results and ecosystem mindset. If you are delivering software every month or every 2 months, you need to deliver software every week. Ideally every day, ideally multiple times a day. And to explain this, I brought here this guy, Reid Hoffman. He's one of the founders of LinkedIn, and he's also very well known from his advice that he gives to startups. And one of these advices is this one: if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, probably you launched too late. And to help tangibilize this advice, I brought here some first versions of very well-known websites. So here's Google in 1998. And when I present this, one person reminded me that there is an earlier version, and I went after this one, and I was able to find this one. It's quite it's really ugly, and you can say, and I agree with you, in 1997, 1998, the whole internet was ugly. But in 2007, 2006, it was possible to make better websites, and Twitter. The first version of Twitter was this one. It's quite weird. It's something to be embarrassed of. And I can say that probably Reid Hoffman was not so embarrassed by his first version. It's completely different from what LinkedIn is today, but probably he's not so embarrassed. And this one from the same time is Facebook, when it was called the Facebook. And I don't know if you notice, there's a picture of Mark Zuckerberg in the superior side, the left side, a very strong ego trip here. So fortunately, someone told him to take this picture out of the pages. Anyway, here I brought Scroobius, also the very first page, also different from what it is today. But the question that remains is, okay, why should we deliver early? Why should we be embarrassed of our first version? And I will bring you 3 reasons. The first one is what I call the moment of truth. We do discovery, we talk to customers, we do usability tests, and we present prototypes. But the moment of truth, the moment that we know that we are in the right direction or not, is here when we present our product to our customers in the context where they will use our product. So this is the reason why we need to get to this moment as fast as possible. Everything that we do prior to this is to help us get there and don't make many mistakes, but the faster we get there, the better to get the real feedback, the proper feedback that we need to know if we are in the right direction or not. The second one is this lady here. She's called Katie Sierra. She's an usability expert and consultant. And back in 2005, she created this curve here, this chart, where she plotted the user happiness based on the number of features. And what she realized is that as you increase the number of features of your software, the user gets happier and happier until the user reaches a happy user peak. So nice, but I wish I could more. I'm so glad that they added this until we reach this peak of satisfaction. And then what happens is we keep adding features, and then the user gets confused. He needs to look at the manual. He needs to understand where is the feature that he wants to really use, motivate the user to actually start to use the software. So, and then he decided to leave the software. And my question is a rhetorical question, is should we try to get this right at the first time and hit here, or should we launch with the minimum set of features and then get feedback from the customers and keep iterating until we get here? So that's the second reason. And if those two reasons are not enough, then there is the third reason that I call the return on investment. The return on investment is this curve is the amount of money that we invest when we are building a software. So when we don't launch a software, we are only taking money of our pockets and investing in building of our software. Then on month 5, month 6, we launch our software and the customer starts to pay us. And then we start to get some money. And then on month 6, we are able to have some return, some monthly return and some monthly profitability. And then the curve changes direction. And then we move up until we hit a point here on month 11 of the return on the investment. And one important aspect of this chart here is that this area below 0 here is the amount of money that we need to have to invest in developing this product. And imagine that I'm at month 2 or 3, and I decide to add another feature, delaying the launch of the product by 2 or 3 months. Let's see what happens with this curve here. So I will move this 3 months ahead. Let's see what happens here. So I just moved it from month 6 to month 9. And what happened here is that the return on investment moved ahead 6 months. 6 months is a lot. It's a lot. And if that's not enough, what also happened is that we have here an additional almost probably 2 times more than we had to invest here in this initial situation, probably more than 2 times. So this is a lot of money. And considering the year that we are, to 2023, that the money is not so readily available as it used to be in 2021, 22, we need to be careful with that. On the other side, imagine that we are able to look at the set of features that we plan to launch, and we are able to cut, say, this feature, let's launch it later, and this other one, let's keep it for later, and launch it with the minimum set of features that we need to present this to our customers here. So we move from month 6 to month 3, the launch. Let's see what happens here. So as you probably have imagined, have guessed, we were able to advance the return on investment in 6 months. This is huge. And not only that, take a look of the area here. It's really, really small. And even if it goes deeper here, it would not be as much as those 2 other curves here. So if these other 2 reasons that I gave you were not enough, I hope this one is reason enough to be able to put your product as fast as possible in front of your customers. And then moving forward, I brought you 2 examples. The first one is what we call Gympass Wellness. Is a product that I worked on. Gympass is what I mentioned to you, is a corporate benefit that the companies offer to their employees, access to a network of gyms and studios. And when I was working there, we devised opportunities to expand to other offers beyond gyms and studios. So what else could we offer? We could offer street activities, personal trainers, virtual reality activities. Here in Brazil, scooters was a thing in 2018, massage and street running. This second circle here is about an e-commerce for sports goods. And this first circle here is about apps, well-being apps, workout app, meditation app, nutrition app, mental health app. And we decided to test this idea, to take this idea out of the drawer and implement it. And there were two main things that we were concerned about. The first one, are there apps interested in joining the marketplace in the same conditions that the gyms joined the marketplace? And after we are able to find apps, will users be wanting to subscribe to this, because we want to offer this as a separate subscription? So to test the first one, what we decided to do is not building any product at all, and we build a presentation and we present this to 8 potential apps, and we were telling our story. What is our mission? We defeat inactivity, and we are present in Latin America and in Europe and in the US. We have 2,000 corporate customers. This is the picture that I just showed you, and more information about the offer. This is how it will work on the technical side, and this is a proposal for you to participate in the pilot phase. And we were able to present this to 8 apps, and from those 8 apps, 6 decided wanted to know more, and 4 decided to join us in this pilot phase. So great, we have 4 apps wanted to join us in this new product, and then we wanted to test with the customers. So from those 2,000 corporate clients that we had, we selected 5 from Brazil and 5 in the US, a total eligible base of 15,000 employees. And then we send them an email explaining to them, showing to them that we were launching a new product called Gympass Wellness. It would cost $8 per month. And it was, then the person clicked and will be directed to a landing page that will explain how this new product worked. And those are the apps. Now You for workout, 8Fit for workout and nutrition, Zen for meditation, and then more information on how it works. And then a form, name, corporate email, company, subscribe now, and then credit card information, because we wanted to test the willingness to subscribe. And that's it. That's it. Then we provide them with links to activate their account with the partners. As simple as that. No app, no logged in area, just a landing page. So that was the way we found to launch it as fast as possible. So this is the first example. The second example of this first principle, I didn't work it at McDonald's, but I really like this example, because it's an example of the physical world, not the technology world. And it's an example of discovering what works best. So this example here is from the movie The Founder. It has Michael Keaton playing a role of investor, and it tells the story of the McDonald's food chain. And the McDonald's brother had an idea of a kitchen layout that they wanted to build, and they were telling how they to Michael Keaton how they tested this kitchen layout. It's very, very, very interesting how they decided to test this prior to building the kitchen. So this is a video. Hopefully it will work out. Let me play it for you.
And you were gonna love how we did it, Dick. You gotta tell him.
Tennis court?
Okay, he brings me out to this tennis court, and he's drawn this line, the exact dimensions of our kitchen.
Sink on the right, extruder on the left. Extruder. Bagging and hood.
Hood. Okay.
Garnish. This is burger finish.
Got it.
And then this is burger slide. We could just move those.
Okay.
Multi-mixer soft drinks.
Okay. We bring out our whole staff, and we have them go through the motions, making pretend burgers and fries.
All right, Steve, anticipate that. You gotta keep the tray level. Okay.
And Dick is running around with this stick, marking where all the equipment should be.
Tuck in. Tony, are you gonna skip the pickles when we're really doing it?
They do it over and over, hashing it out, choreographing it like some crazy burger ballet.
What's going on over there? Yes. No. Everybody stop! Stop! Garnish 1. Garnish 2. You've got pickles, you've got onions. It's a goddamn hamburger.
Come on, clear off.
Let's clear it off. It's time for the pink chalk. And then rip your orange. See all this open space here now? We've rearranged the fry situation, so now the stage left, the deep fryer stage right. Begin. That's great. Come on, guys.
They're pretty tied up here.
Yeah, watch it. It's the timing of the Lazy Susan. Those are finished burgers. You can't... Hold it. I still think there's a third version.
What do you want to move?
I want to move everything. Back to stage left, please. I think we got it all drawn. This is better.
Is that all right?
I think so. I guess let's assume our battle station.
Okay.
Finally, after about 6 hours of this, we get it just right. It's a symphony of efficiency, not a wasted motion. Good form, Jasper. Feel good about those pickles. Catch up. Here's your Lazy Susan. Put your back into it, Seth. And pickles and pickle and mustard. We take the layout to a builder, custom build the kitchen to our exact specs.
Ta-da, the Speed D system is born, the world's first ever system to deliver food fast. It is totally revolutionary.
I really love this example here because it shows how we can with one afternoon they were able to test the kitchen layout with a tennis court and just some pens, and it was really interesting because no technology, no computers. And imagine if they got their first kitchen layout, and took this directly to the kitchen builder, and what a mess. They will end up with a kitchen that it didn't work, and a lot of money wasted. So it's very important testing fast the hypothesis. So moving forward, we have a focus on the problem. This guy here, probably everybody knows, famous physician, Albert Einstein. He used to say that if he had an hour to solve a problem, he would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solution. And why he say that is that the more we understand about the problem and the more we think about possible solutions, we are able to find the simplest and easier to implement solution. And to illustrate this, the example that I bring is one that I worked with the real estate company that I mentioned to you. When I joined this company, they were working on building an MVP of a real estate agent app. An MVP is a minimal viable product. And I put it in quotes because they were already spending 1 year to build this MVP, like 7 months in product development, plus 5 months in product discovery. And then I asked why we are building this real estate agent app, and they explained to me something that now it's quite logical, is that the fact that a real estate agent replies to a lead is a person interested in a property, the bigger the chances to evolve this to a negotiation. And then I went to search and I found this information that if you call back within 5 minutes, you are 21 times more efficient than if you call after 30 minutes. So they decided to build an app with push notification. And then during this discovery phase, they realized that the real estate agent also searched for the name of the person, of the lead in Lopes database. And if the person is not registered there, and then the real estate agent registered the person there. So search and registration of a new person into the database became part of the scope of this app. And another thing that the real estate agent also does is, as soon as she receives the lead, she searches for other properties similar to the one that came within the lead to send other options to the prospect buyer, because sending other options increases the chances of scheduling a property visitation. So this also entered the scope of this app, to the point that they implemented this very advanced feature of drawing the area in the map where you want to search, which for me it's a very advanced feature. So what I mentioned to them is that we cannot call it an MVP because it's taking 1 year. MVP is at most 1 month, ideally a few weeks. The main problem to be solved was to place the lead as fast as possible in the agent's hand. The MVP would be only the app with the push notification, and the rest, the real estate agent should continue to do the way she used to do. And the minimum would be a notification through WhatsApp. WhatsApp is very common here in Brazil, or SMS. And then I talked to the engineering team, and they said, we can implement this very quickly. And they implemented it in the SMS notification in 10 days. And in 10 days, all the real estate agents were receiving this notification. They were waiting for this for 1 year, and then in 10 days, they were receiving this. So this is a clear example of not only focus on the problem, but also deliver early. The third principle is about delivering results. Delivering results is really, really critical. Even though we call this function product management, we talk a lot about product development. Product is a mean to an end. It's not the end per se. It's not the objective. We don't wake up in the morning to build products. We build products to reach our goals, to reach our objectives, to reach our results, because this is the #1 priorities of every product development team. Generate results as fast as possible, both to the company who owns the product and to the customers, to the clients, for whom the product will solve problems and will solve needs. So 2 examples here. The first one, should we use third-party teams or internal teams? And this one is very interesting also from the real estate company that I joined. I joined in August 2020. And when I joined this company, half of the team that I led, the technology team, the digital transformation team, half of them were third-party. And I had with me the conviction that it would be better to have internal team than third party, because they would leave the company culture, they would leave the company objective. And I made the calculations, and the cost per person was more or less the same. So I decided to make the change. And to give you some context, this company here is, even though it's a very old company, they went public in 2005. And in 2019, they made a follow-on offer here in the stock market, which is an offer of additional shares in order to raise money to invest in their digital transformation, in order to hire consultancy companies to make this real estate agent app and other things. And they were able to raise $30 million US. And one of the main objectives of this digital transformation was to increase the number of leads generated through digital means, through the web. And this was clear since 2019. And one interesting thing that happened is, after making this chart here, I made another chart where I plotted the number of leads generated through the digital environment. And I put them together, and I was astonished, I believe this is the word, but it was amazing, and probably you're going to be amazed as well. Let me put those 2 together. As you can see, the digital leads even though it was our objective since the beginning, we were unable to make this number increase until we were able to be the majority of people living with the internal objectives of actually increasing the number of leads. This team here, their objective was to deliver what was asked of them. They were asked to deliver features, to deliver apps, to deliver sites. And this team here was asked to deliver results, to deliver the numbers here, the objectives. So it's very different. So this is the difference that I call between the feature team and the product team. The feature team, the stakeholder decides what to do. We should build an app, we should build a site, we should build a system. The product team receives a problem to solve and an outcome or a result to achieve, and they have complete autonomy to decide how to solve this. There are different names. They are also known as project team or delivery team. And the product team is also known as empowered product team or results team. The way they work is completely different. This one knows already what they will deliver from the very beginning. So they build block by block and only delivering the real result only at the very end. And this one have a notion of what they will deliver, and they iterate and get feedback to know how they're gonna evolve. The product manager role here is basically project management, and here is to impact the results of the company. The prioritization is done by committee here, normally based on the HYPO technique, highest paid person opinion. And here is done by the product manager, based on the principle of generating results as fast as possible. The main delivery here is features, products, apps, sites, and here is results, as simple as that. And here we are funding a predefined solution or scope, and here we are funding a team to generate results. So here what we have is a feature team compared to a product team. Jumping to the second example, the budget of our team, our technology team at Lopes, even though we are focused on customer, on results, on delivering fast, we are still asked to deliver results. And why is that? If we put ourselves in the shoes of the company board, they raised that $30 million to invest in the digital transformation. They hire consultancy companies. They invested a lot of money. This is the money they invest each and every month. It was increasing every month. And they were asking themselves, without knowing better, they was asking themselves, what is the return on this investment? Oh, these people, they make features, they make apps, they make sites. So what should we ask as the return on the investment? Features, products, apps. So that's how we're gonna ask them. And I said, this will not work because we do this, we deliver features, we build products to deliver results. So what I agreed with them is to make the 2021 budget on the following premises. We will stabilize the cost will not increase, we will start to measure the revenue, and we will have the break-even. We will have the revenue greater than the cost. So that's the budget that we presented. The cost stabilized, the revenue increasing, and then we reaching the break-even here. And then this is what happened. This was approved by the board, and this is what happened. This is how we run 2021. The dashed line was the budget. The continuous line was the actual, what we were able to execute. So we were able to be 30% above budget in terms of revenue, very aligned in terms of costs. So we were able to hit our results in terms of being break-even even earlier than we forecasted. So this is the focus on result. And to close here, and we be able to have some questions, the ecosystem mindset means that all the companies have more than one type of customer. Here at Gympass, we had 3 types of customers. When I joined the company, the team there, the product development team, was only focusing on this one, but we needed to focus also on the HRs and the gyms. So this was very important to the point that it became one of our corporate values, ecosystem mindset. And it was very important during the pandemic, because when pandemic hit, Gympass, the companies started to call us and said, hey, listen, we will cancel our agreement with you because the gyms are closed and our employees are locked down at their homes. So it doesn't make sense anymore, right? And we said, hey, hold a minute. We have the Gympass Wellness. We just launched it. And this is the importance of releasing early and often. And we were able to offer this to many of our customers. We were able to hold them, to have them with us for more time. And we could figure that, okay, we solved our issue, we solved our revenue sources. And so bad that the gyms were suffering, but that's how life is. But using the ecosystem mindset, we thought, hey, the crisis end and we're gonna need them. So we need to support them during the crisis. So what we decided to do is using our booking system. We had a booking system in our Gympass system, and we decided to create a new field called a live URL. Live URL, and then the gym owner put a YouTube URL where he or she would broadcast a live class, and then we will pay the gym for the number of users that will see the classes live. And then we created a new product in order to help gyms to survive the pandemic. So this is ecosystem mindset, being concerned with all of customers that you have, all types of customers that you have. So those are the 4 principles. And we talked also about the type of companies, the digital, traditional, the born digital, traditional, a very special one. We talked about what is culture. And this is what I wanted to bring to you. Those are my books. I'm currently translating the Digital Transformation and Product Culture book, how to put technology at the center of your company's strategy. Probably in the first quarter of 2024 will be available in English as well, but the other 3 are already available in English at this URL. And if you want to go deeper, I do workshops, I do consulting, and this is it. Thank you very much.